Now, I want to pay you this compliment, which is I've a big TV buff, and I got to the point where I thought it's impossible to reinvent the TV detective. Like, it's all been done. And then Monk comes along, and this character you're playing, obsessive-compulsive detective, and it's fantastic. It's great. And I thought it was impossible. I thought it was an impossibility.
I kind of hesitated too, you know, when I first heard about the script and all.
Right.
Because I thought, geez, there's a lot of, you know, detective stories, a lot of cop shows now.
Right.
But this one, when I read it, it just, you know, it has so much. There's so much to it. It has comedy. It has the pathos. It has.
Right.
The mysteries are really kind of quirky and odd.
Right.
And I just couldn't resist it.
Now, you play this obsessive-compulsive character so well, you got to wonder, have you picked up any of those fears of germs or dirt or anything like that, just playing the part?
I really have, you know. I never used to think about... It's invaded my psyche now, you know. I never used to think about shaking hands, for example.
Right.
And on Monk, we do a whole running thing where he has trouble shaking people's hands, and he always has to have a wipe, and it's happened to me. You know, I don't know if it's happened to anybody out there, but
You're actually, were you now, and be honest, when you shook my hand when you came out here, were you afraid? Were you afraid that...
It's not like a fear, but it's that ugly little thought that kind of travels through your head, you know?
Because I haven't washed my hands in years, by the way. I'm a dirty, dirty man, yeah.
But you know, you're out in the world, and then you notice, you know, when you're being introduced to someone, you'll notice little things like people going, "Hey, how are you?" You know.
Oh yeah.
You just go, "Whoa."
I think it's fun to do that on the show. Yeah. I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" Do you find? I mean, that's the other thing. Is like, for example, Donald Trump is famous. He doesn't shake people's hands.
He just refuses
because
to do it.
he's afraid to do it. And yeah, and he actually carries like wet wipes with him. You know, which I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, my character does that.
Right.
But
right.
I don't do that. I mean, I try to be civil, you know, to people. But that ugly little thought. Oh, it's going through my head.
Do you get fans on the street who think it's funny to like?
Oh, they'll
relate
put their
to
hand out and then they'll pull it back, or they'll give me a wet wipe. I've gotten a lot of wet wipes.
Right.
And you always have to act like it's the funniest thing you've ever seen. And after about the 2000th time, it gets a little old.
Right, right. I know what that's like. I went through years and years of, I mean, up until, actually it still continues sometimes. People are like, "Hey, Conan, are you a barbarian?"
It's so funny.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I laugh very hard every time.
Yeah.
Because I'm an idiot.
Oh, me too. But don't people say to you, "Oh my God, you're so much taller than you"?
That's all I hear. When I go out in the world, people expect me, because of my TV persona, to be about 3 feet high. I think I come across on TV as like a little leprechaun, a little devilish little man, and then in real life, I'm over 9 feet high.
I get that.
I'm like a Mardi Gras puppet when I walk down the street. I'm just big. That was too far.
I get the same thing, except for me, it's this other thing. You know, people come up to me and say, I'll tell you, this happens a lot. It worries me. They say, "Oh my God, you're so much better looking in person." You know, they don't say, "Oh, you look different. Oh, you're taller, you're fat," or whatever. Right. It's, "You're so much better look." I'm thinking, how bad do I look on TV? Because this will be a day like I'm traveling. I got a 2-day growth, you know, beard. I'm wearing sweatpants and, you know, mustard on my shirt. Right. And I'm thinking, you know, maybe we should change the film stock that we're using. Maybe stop using that ugly stock or something.
Well, no, I relate to that, because when I'm out and around, and my producer will back me up on this, like, we hang out together a lot, a little too much. And but people are always saying to me, "You're better looking in person." And the thing is, they think they're complimenting you, but I immediately go to, am I just a horse's ass on TV? How bad is it? Are there stink lines coming off of me?
Yeah, there's no compliment in there.
No.
I don't know what they're trying to do to us.
They're trying to hurt us.
Yeah.
That's why we should never go outside again. Now, you, of course, people love this show, Monk, and you've been up for a lot of awards. You go to a lot of award shows, and you do a nice thing. You bring your daughters to the award shows, which is nice.
I have 2 daughters, and I like to bring one or both, depending on, you know, who's available. Right. To me, and but my younger daughter had a really hard time, and I brought her to the SAG Awards, which I've been to twice now. Right. And you know, she got a little freaked out. She didn't really. She said to me before she hoped I didn't win because the SAG Award, as people may know, is that big.
This is the Screen Actors Guild. Yeah.
It's a big naked guy, you know, with it's a green statue with the butt and the legs and everything. And she was, you know, she was 10 years old, and she was a little freaked out by that. You know?
She didn't want you actually winning because she didn't want that thing coming into the house.
Well, she thought it was the big one. She thought it was the big one they have outside the door.
She thought it was the prop that's outside?
Yeah, they have this big statue. It's 10 feet high. It's just a little shorter than you, actually. And
thank you very much.
And she, you know, but even the small one, when she saw, you know, the small ones being presented, she was not comfortable with it.
Right.
So I've actually won two now. I have one on each side of her bed just to. I'm gonna cure her.
Yeah.
If it's the last.
Yeah, she hasn't slept in 2 years.
No.
Now, I understand you're going to a family reunion next week, is that right?
That's right, every summer in July. I'm from Wisconsin, I'm from Green Bay, thank you. How many from Green Bay? Not very many.
I've never heard a more chilling reaction. I've heard every state named in this studio, and everything gets a rousing cheer. Wisconsin, the life went out of this room. I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna just leave right now.
Yeah.
But I do. I go back in the summer, and I'm from a big family of 10 children, and we have a big reunion there up by the lake, and it's great.
And what do you do? Like, what do you guys do for fun? And you're all together.
Well, we love the water. The water's great. We like to, you know, we're into food, of course.
Right.
And so we have this whole kind of thing set up. We've gotten it down to a system here. We all take turns cooking.
Oh, that's nice.
And cleaning up. Yeah.
Right.
And of course we have we'll have girly man night, which is where all the men get together and cook. And it's, you know, of course all.
Girly man night could be all the guys getting together and doing a lot of things. But I was relieved to hear you say cook.
Just to drive.
We all grease ourselves up and wrestle. And then tickle ourselves with feathers.
Just to drive the women crazy, we like to, you know, cook shirtless, you know, with aprons on because, you know, and so of course, they now insist that we wear hair nets and they would like us to wear body nets, you know.
Are the Shalhoubs a hairy, the Shalhoub males are there? Let's just get into it. Let's just find out. I don't want to see anything right now. Bring up. No. This show is in high def now. People at home could be killed.
Yeah. You don't want to see. We are single-handedly, you know, supporting the waxing industry.
Very nice.
Just put it that way.
It's good to know.
Everybody have dinner yet? No? Okay.
No. It's just very late at night now.
All right. Well, they won't sleep then, will they?
They won't sleep, no. They'll be thinking about you,
but
waxing your body.
We give out a prize for anyone who finds a hair in their food. It's
you know what I mean? I bring you on because you're an esteemed actor. I thought you'd bring some class to this show. I've never been more disappointed. Okay.